To the max with it. Racks.
I count 6 shots.
Bustin' at the bando. A nigga jury real metal like a bando. I went from rag to riches to.
Okay, so first things first, I'm going to prime my eyelid and I'm going to use my. Then for that, I'm going to take the Born This Way concealer in Chestnut, and this is a really good base for like eyeshadow. It's very thick and it just leaves a really nice layer in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit on my eyelid, and then to blend that out, I'm going to take this Real Techniques concealer brush and just make sure everything is blended. And for today's palettes, I'm so excited to use them today. I have bought the Jaclyn Hill Ring the Alarm palette. Yes, ma'am. And it is so beautiful. Like, let me open it so y'all can see. It is so pretty. Like, this is just me. I love warm eyeshadow colors, so this is going to be my go-to palette. I just know it is. So now, taking a fluffy brush, I'm going to go in with my transition shade, and that's going to be this color, the color Rush, this one right here. And I like to blend past my brow bone whenever I'm doing cut creases, so that the cut crease will be more, so there'll be more room for me to like cut the crease and stuff. But yeah, just gonna take that and we're just going to blend that in. These shadows really blend really nice. Like, they blend really well. Okay, look at the pigment. It's super pigmented. And that's just a transition shade, honey. This is only the transition shade. Okay, now this is all blended out. Oh, my skin looks really good. And now I'm going to go into this other red color right here. It's like a darker red. The shade is Alert. And for that, I'm taking a Morphe M441 brush, and it's like a crease blending brush. I'm just taking that and putting the shade right under this shade, like so. And whenever you're blending out shadows, it is advisable that you hold the very bottom of the brush. That way you have less control and then the shadows blend out beautifully, versus like holding it like this. You're not going to get anything done holding your brush like this. So just a little tip. Okay, now we are going to jump into the browns, and I'm going to take this shade Secret right here, this one right here. And it's a dark brown color, and that's what we need to deepen up this crease. And that's like a perfect transition color to black, because I am going to use black and you need that in between. So that's why I'm taking this dark brown color. And I'm taking I'm using a Morphe 518 brush to just blow off the excess if you have to, because darker colors, you really don't need a lot of them. So and I like to swirl. Like, I'm such a swirler. That's how I pack on my shadow. So if you're a swirler, it's very essential to, so you don't have any like crazy fallout. What is this? So I'm gonna put this right into the crease, like below this, you know, below these orange colors. So and then I'm going to go back into that dark orange color, because this is looking very harsh and we don't want that. So I'm going to go back into the dark orange color to buff out that brown and just make sure the edges aren't visible. Like so. So the next palette I will be using is the Soft Glam palette. This is very dirty, so please excuse me. But I'm going to use this black color, Noir. This is like the best black I've ever seen in like an eyeshadow palette. It's so soft, buttery, and it's an amazing color. It is. And using a precise blending brush, I'm taking the Morphe 506 brush. And these brushes are actually really affordable and they're really good. So if you're struggling with like eyeshadow brushes, I definitely recommend Morphe brushes. But that's besides the point. So taking just like, I'm only taking like, that's it. Like that's literally all I'm doing because it's so pigmented, you really don't need a lot. I'm gonna pack that right. Child, I'm just packing that as precisely as I can. So I'm just gonna pack it as precisely as I can. Ooh, that is a lot. Okay, so I'm going to go back into that brown color because we have to blend this out for real, because we can't just we can't leave it like that. Okay, so that took a really long time to blend, but we finally got it. I think it looks pretty blended to me. So next thing I'm gonna do is cut the crease, and I don't want to waste y'all's time, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera, and then I will be back. Okay, so the crease is cut and looking oh so sharp. Like, please, let's just crease appreciation. Do you see these creases I'm cutting? Cutting souls. I'm cutting generational curses. So now that the crease has been cut and cut nicely, I'm going to go into the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette in Brights. These are very pigmented colors, and the two shades I'm going to use are this one and then this one. The first color I'm going to take is the pink color. So to finish up bringing up the pink color, I'm going to go with a smaller, more precise flat brush, and this is the Morphe 421 brush. And you want to make sure you don't, as you're packing, you don't want to mess up that crease because that's going to be really bad for you. So make sure you're careful and you precisely pack that color on. And as you can see on this eye, I left like a little bit of white at the top over here just because I did not want to mess up the crease. And that's okay. And to me, I feel like doing it that way, it makes the crease look more sharp. So, and now I'm going to use a Morphe, and now I'm going to use a Morphe 224 brush for that orange color. So I'm gonna go put on my eyeliner and all of those other things, lashes off camera, and then we're gonna get into the base. So the first thing we're gonna do for our face is prime, and for that I'm going to use the Milk Hydrogrip primer. This is slowly becoming my favorite primer. It is a bit expensive, but I mean it's a lot of product in here and you don't even need that much. So I literally only use like 1.5 pumps for my whole face. So it's a really good primer, and especially since my skin is very dry, this is literally what it needs. Like my skin just sucks it all up. Like it's amazing. And I love how tacky it gets. Like it gets really, like, you know, the foundation is going to stick. Like that's why I really love this primer. Really good. I suffer from laugh lines. Laugh lines are like my biggest problem, so I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty primer. And I'm just gonna put that around my laugh lines. And I've been doing this lately, and it's honestly been getting the job done. I just take like that much, and I just do like that, and put it around the perimeter of, like, you know, where my laugh lines are. Cause laugh lines are so annoying. Like they make your makeup look so old, and I hate it. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to go in with Fenty Beauty, and I use the shades 420 and 430 because I feel like that's the perfect match for my skin. And you know, you just want to shake them up, and I use like 1 pump from each bottle, so, and that's usually enough for me. And to blend that out, I'm going to use my Bdellium Tools foundation brush. So for concealer, I'm going to use the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless Concealer. And the shade I'm using is Medium Dark Warm Peach. Then taking my Morphe sponge. You guys don't know anything about the Morphe sponge. I just don't even know what to tell you, because this sponge is that chick, period. Okay, and I don't usually put any concealer up here because my forehead is too small for that, and I ain't got time. My edges is already occupying half of it, and it's not necessary, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and contour with the ColourPop foundation stick, and the shade that I use is 197W, and it's just very bronzy, and you don't need too much of it. So it's so thick, and I just love using this to contour. And I'm going to set all of that with Sacha Buttercup, the OG. Okay, get into her. Look at this face. Look at how flawless it is. Whoa, literally everything about it, beautiful. Now to highlight, I'm taking the Wet n Wild Crown of My Canopy highlighter. I just love these kind of highlighters. They flatter me the most. I'm going to use the Rose Glow Mist, and it's a very dewy setting spray. Okay, so for my lips, I'm going to be using the NYX Lingerie matte lip in I think it's Teddy Bear. And then I'm going to top that off with the L'Oreal Color Rich 808 matte lipstick. Okay, but first we gotta line our lips, so I'm just taking any eyebrow pencil. I don't invest much in lip liners. I don't, because I don't think it's necessary. I've been noticing that lipsticks, they tend to, I don't know, do you see that? Like, it's just like it's melting. I don't know. Lipstick, I've noticed that lipsticks like this tend to do that. Okay, so this is the final look. Your girl is beat and snatched, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial because I really like how this whole face came out. I'm looking real flawless and real good. And make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. And yeah, you will definitely see me here. This will become a familiar face because I'm here to stay, honey. I'm not going anywhere. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.